SAfm, South Africa's news and information leader.
Thank you, Nancy. Coming up, AfriForum begins a battle against street name changes, and Zilla speaks on the newly unveiled Khayelitsha District Hospital. Good afternoon. Civil rights group AfriForum has instructed its lawyers to begin a legal battle to stop the street name changes in Pretoria. AfriForum Chief Executive Officer Kali Kriel says the Tshwane Metro Council indicated that they are convinced they followed the correct procedure during the public participation process in 2008 regarding the changing of street names. The council recently announced that 25 street names, including iconic street names in central Pretoria, would be changed to reflect the inclusive history of South Africa. Kriel says they will now take the battle to court.
In the first place, we must prevent damage by stopping the implementation of this decision to change street names. So that will be a short-term remedy with an interdict, but then also a broader case where we will ask the courts to adjudicate whether the process that was followed is lawful or not.
The family of late SABC freelance journalist Tim Ncube has shed more light on the car accident in which he died, which involved a blue light official convoy. Ncube died in a 3-car pileup at Mtubatubane Empangeni in northern KwaZulu-Natal last night. Tim's eldest brother, Zakaria, says 53-year-old Tim was killed on the spot when his car collided head-on with a blue light flashing vehicle escorting King Goodwill Zwelithini. The driver of the escort car was also killed in the crash. Zakaria says Tim's death is a loss to the Ncube family and the community.
It's a loss to our family, especially with a young brother like Tim. He was our family member. We love him, and also he was a very hard worker. And also he was really a person to communicate with Ncube's family.
Ncube was an SABC radio news correspondent in northern KwaZulu-Natal for many years before joining a local community TV station. He had recently rejoined the SABC in the province. The family is meeting to finalize funeral arrangements. The Institute of Accountability in Southern Africa says the Hawks need to be an independent organization free from any political interference in order to succeed in combating corruption. This is the view of the Institute's director, Paul Hoffman. Later today, he will be presenting a lecture entitled Corruption, an Endemic Destroying South African Society at a conference hosted by the Gordon Institute of Business Science in Johannesburg. Hoffman has developed various corruption-fighting strategies which he believes are key to ridding South Africa of this disease.
The critical factor is public accountability. We haven't had suitable machinery since the Scorpions were disbanded. The Hawks have not measured up. Because they are in the police hierarchy. You'll remember the Scorpions were not policemen, they were in the National Prosecuting Authority. In the police, the hierarchy goes all the way up to the National Commissioner of Police and from him to the Minister of Police. And there is no independence there. You're answering to a politician.
Western Cape Premier Helen Zille says the newly unveiled Khayelitsha District Hospital on the Cape Flats is the best public hospital in South Africa and Africa. Zille was speaking at the official unveiling of the 632 million rand facility in Cape Town. The state-of-the-art hospital has 240 beds, a 24-hour emergency center, and will service up to 1.5 million people. Health Minister Aaron Motsoaledi and his provincial health counterpart Jens Botha are also attending the opening function. About 100 people are continuing to protest outside the facility, demanding that 60% of workers at the hospital be from the local community. The Archbishop of Cape Town, Thabo Makgoba, has called for leaders who are truly committed to serving the people. He has also encouraged communities to hold their leaders accountable. He was speaking during a church service at St. Albans Anglican Cathedral in Pretoria, which was attended by Princess Anne. This is part of Queen Elizabeth's Golden Jubilee celebrations. Among those attending was South Africa's High Commissioner to the UK, Zola Skweyiya, IFP leader Mangosuthu Buthelezi, and a number of ambassadors. Makgoba says Queen Elizabeth's dedication is an example to all.
We pray indeed that the good example, the Queen, whose life has been so marked by these characteristics that I have outlined, and who has so clearly said that she tries to follow Christ's example, we pray that her example may be emulated throughout the Commonwealth and beyond in servant leadership dedicated to the well-being of nations and people.
Princess Anne will now leave for Cape Town, where she will attend a wreath-laying service tomorrow. Recapping the top story, AfriForum has instructed its lawyers to begin a legal battle to stop the street name change.